So hi, I'm at Workers' House right now and we are in the process of giving blood. It's very important at this point in time. December and January we have a huge shortage in Kampala, in the country, because most blood donors are actually students. So NSSF are carrying out a blood drive starting Monday 13th till Friday the 17th of January, and we're all coming out to give blood. Please do as well. If you're wondering about the process, you fill in a form, then you check your weight, they take your blood pressure, then they prick you and check and see if you have enough blood in your body so that you can actually contribute or donate. So that's what's happening at the moment. I'll be talking to people whose lives have been changed because they have received blood, and I really hope that you come out. So please make a difference. You can save a life today. The blood they get from one person is enough to save 3 people. So there you go. So I am at NSSF Workers' House right now and I'm talking to the Head of Communications and Marketing, NSSF, Barbara Arini. Hello.
Hello.
How are
Crystal,
you?
fine.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
All of that.
Yes, the blood drive is an annual event that we actually hold every year.
Okay.
And at around the same time.
Okay.
And this year around, this is the 9th time that we are holding the annual blood drive.
Right. So that's
And
9 years straight.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the 9th year.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And
So it's usually because we have people at around this time, the demand for blood actually goes up. And also the challenge is that the students who usually donate in their schools are no longer at school.
right. So
Yes.
December and
So,
January, that's why we have a
yes.
shortage. I'm here with Alex right now. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
You were just talking about your baby girl and the fact that, she's 2 years old now, but she's alive because she received blood.
Yes.
Yes. When was this? What happened?
Well, in 2017, she was that was around June. She was 6 months.
Oh, she was a little baby.
Yes. By then she was only 6 months. Then an operation was done on her. But for some reason she became so sickly. Then in one of our hospital visits we went to. Tests were done and the blood levels had gone so low. Then the only option, actually the doctors at the hospital told us that it was only miraculous that the kid was still alive.
What?
Yes, that's what the doctors said. In fact, they called a few friends of theirs to come and see how a child could still breathe without blood. So the only option at the time was to do a blood transfusion. Fortunately for us, there was blood at the hospital. Transfusion was done and
Yes.
my daughter recovered and she stabilized. Today she's 2 years old.
2 years old, and
Yes.
she's called Siobhan.
She's called Siobhan.
And had you ever given blood yourself before that?
Honestly speaking, I had never given blood, but because of that incident, I've become a regular blood donor. One thing that I wished is that I actually wished I could meet that person who donated blood to save the life of my child. But that opportunity is not there. But the only thing I can do now is to give back to humanity.
Statistics show that 17% out of 100, 17 people who need blood actually don't get it on time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this is, I think, a very critical thing that, if everyone out there got to know, because we all know someone who has either gotten a blood transfusion or has a relative, a friend, a colleague who has benefited from the blood transfusion.
Exactly.
So really this whole drive is about reaching out to others and challenging each other. If you can give blood and save 3 lives.
When it comes to blood donation, most of the time it's about going to donate, but you don't think about the recipients. And today we're hearing some survivor stories. Yes, what exactly happened?
So when I was 8 months pregnant, okay, the pregnancy had complications from the beginning.
Okay.
So when I was 8 months pregnant, I started bleeding I started bleeding from home. So I was rushed to hospital. When I reached hospital, I was taken to the scan. And when we reached the scan, results came out that the baby was already dead from inside the stomach. So the doctors decided that I do a normal delivery of the baby. They never wanted to do a Caesar.
Yes.
For some reasons, I don't know.
They normally insist on a normal delivery.
Yeah, they insisted on a normal delivery. So they took me through the process, and I managed to deliver the baby at around midnight. And after delivering the baby, the bleeding did not stop. I bleeded more and more, and until I blacked out. I didn't have enough blood.
Yes.
And the hospital, they rushed to look for blood everywhere because it wasn't in stock at that time. They went up to Entebbe and managed to get a few units because my case wasn't the only case in hospital at that time.
Okay.
We were two people in need of the same type of blood, and it wasn't there. So they managed to get 4 units, and 3 of the 4 units were all used on me because my case was more severe than the other case.
Okay.
So by the time I came back to life, my sister told me they had used 3 units and I needed more blood again because I had lost a lot. At the end of the day, they used almost 8 units because I spent the whole week in hospital.
Yeah.
So they used to transfuse me daily up to when they saw that I had stabilized completely.
Okay.
So out there, people need your blood.
Yeah.
I've been a donor for so long. I was a donor before, so I prayed to God that my life gets saved because I had saved lives that I didn't even know.
Still talking to many survivors about their stories when it comes to donating blood. And here with me now I have Evelyn.
Yes.
She shared 2 stories actually, not just your own, but you also mentioned your father. Could you tell us what happened?
Back in 2017, my father was diagnosed with acute leukemia. Leukemia, I hope you understand.
Yes, leukemia.
So, for the time we were at the hospital, when he got admitted, he became weak, and his bone marrow actually here was too weak that could no longer produce blood. So for the time we were there, they kept on transfusing him. Sometimes they would discharge us like for 3 days. You reach home like this, and the blood level had dropped drastically.
So you had to take
back
him back
to the hospital, transfusion, because when blood level is low, means he cannot be given treatment. But we managed to get blood. Sometimes we got, even if sometimes it was a hassle, it came in late, but at least the doctors tried their best. Though we lost him at the end. Yeah, he didn't make it.
Okay. Are you yourself a donor?
Yes, I started donating way back in high school.
Okay.
I think I was about 16, 17 years.
Okay. And have you yourself needed blood at some point?
Yes, last year I got ectopic pregnancy in August. When I went for scan, I was pregnant, then I went for scan and I had ectopic pregnancy, meaning my baby was growing. Actually, there were 2 babies in the tube.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my.
2 babies in the tube. So when I went for scan and they said it was ectopic, they told me it was very dangerous. I was quickly admitted at Entebbe Hospital. Then when I reached there, unfortunately, the tube ruptured immediately and I bled. I bled severely. Before I was taken to theater, my blood level had dropped. So they had to transfuse me.
Yes.
Transfuse because I was even collapsing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was transfused, and I think that's how I got my life back. Maybe if it was not for that 1 drop of blood,
So
I wouldn't
someone
be
out
here.
there saved your life.
Someone out there, that person I don't know, that person saved my life. So
Okay, so we all need to do the same.
please, I encourage everyone out there to donate blood. Make sure you are safe so that you're always saving at least 1 life outside there.
So after they've checked your blood, the next step is you come and lie down on one of the beds or sit up and they take your blood. It takes about 5 minutes, but that's enough for 3 people. So think about the lives that you can actually save. Now here's something that I heard today, which is quite sobering. 17% of us will go to hospital and will not be able to get blood because we don't have enough, because of the shortage. So please, again, I'm asking you, step out. And you know, this is something you cannot ask someone else to do for you. You have to do it yourself. Give blood, save a life.